welcome or welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren, and in today's video I'll be participating in the 2025 mid-year check-in. I'll be answering questions posed by Kira from A Pictured Purpose, who in turn based her questions on those from Sassy Coloring's Freakout tag. And both of those channels will be in the description box below. I'm very excited to be doing this today, as my channel is relatively new and it's an opportunity for me to show you work that I did at the beginning of the year based on my goals. And it's also an opportunity for me to perhaps review and revise some of those goals for the rest of the year. So let's get started. So let's start with the goals that I set for myself at the beginning of the year. Some of these goals are going well, and others I've given up on, but I'll discuss that in a later question. So these are the goals I set for myself: to color in Romantic Country 6 pages, 6 pages in books by Hannah Carlson, 6 pages in books by Jade Summer, which is a goal that I've given up on, 6 pages in Johanna Basford's books, 6 Coloring Heaven pages, 12 mythographic pages, which is going well, to color every day, also going well, maintain this coloring planner, yes, I'm doing that, complete some of my whips, color in 6 new books. This is a goal that I've actually completed, and I'll talk about that later on. Work in my focus books, maintain my coloring tracker chart, begin anime drawing, color 12 owl pages, that one's a no-go, 4 Kirby single or double pages per quarter, use Sarah Renee Clark's palette catalog, use Naomi Kuno's palette book, swatch my Thule art pens, and date all my finished coloring pages. This one I really need to get to. Anyway, so those are the challenges that I had at the beginning of the year, and yeah, we'll see if I want to change any of them. And now onto the questions. The first question is, how many coloring pages have you completed so far this year? And the answer is 31. And that is 2 more pages than I colored at this point last year, so I'm on track. I don't really want to set any goal of a number of pages to color by the end of the year, because coloring is supposed to be fun and relaxing, and I don't want to put any pressure on myself. So the only challenge that I actually have is to color every day, and so far I'm doing well with that goal. Question number 2 is, how many books have you colored in so far this year? And I've colored in 26 books. I have 104 books in my collection, so that's just under a quarter of the books that I have, which I'm very happy with. Again, I don't really want to set a goal for myself to color in a set number of books. I just want to enjoy my coloring and have fun. Nevertheless, it would be nice if I am able to color in 50 books, because that's a nice round number. Question number 3 is, what book have you colored in the most this year? And let's put this aside for now. So the book I've colored in the most is Daydreams by Hannah Carlson, and this is a project book for me, so I'm very happy to be making progress in it. So far this year I've colored in 3 pages. So the first one is this Mice Ahoy page. These cute little mice going on an adventure on the high seas in their copper kettle. I really loved coloring this page, and I used Neocolor 2s and Colorsoft pencils on top, and Derwent Inktense for the waves with gouache paint and white acrylic marker. Another one that I did is this page, The Rainy Day Frog. This is a color along up on the channel if you're interested in trying out all the techniques that I used on the page. Again, it is Neocolor 2s in the background with Derwent Colorsoft on top, and everything else is Castle Arts 120 pencils. And the last one that I colored in this book is this angelfish page. This was a Forever Whip, and then I decided to get back to it. The background is inspired by a tutorial by Coloring with Elena, but the rest of it is my own invention, and again I colored it using Castle Arts pencils. So yeah, that's my most colored in book for 2025 so far. The next question is, what are your favorite coloring pages for the first half of this year? And I've chosen one page for each month and one honorable mention because I just love that page. And so I have 7 pages to show you. Right, the first one is in Mythographic Frozen Fantasies by Fabiana Atanasio. And the page that I love the most is this Frozen Penguins page. So this page is from January, and I decided to go with an Aurora background, and I used Castle Arts pencils for everything except for the background, where I put a base of Inktense and then pencils on top. This book has all of those weird hidden objects in it, and I managed to cover them up either with the pencil or by merging them into what's going on in the background. So I'm very pleased with the way this one came out, and it's a favorite page. Okay. Next we have Romantic Country by Erie, and my favorite page for February is this Secret Alley page. So this is based with Inktense, and then it is, I think, Castle Arts pencils on top. I'm so happy with the way that I did this page and how I got my paving stones. So yeah, this was a wonderful page to color. I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm very pleased with my color scheme, which is based on all of those little alleyways on the island of Santorini. All the blue houses, white houses, so gorgeous setting, and I tried to replicate it on this page. Okay, so that's favorite page for February. Okay, next we have my favorite page for March, which is from Mythographic Wild Winter by Joseph Katzenbang, and this one is the Panda page. So again, this was inspired by a color along with Coloring with Elena. She used alcohol markers in the background, but I decided to use watercolor pencil instead, because I felt that the watercolor pencils made the page a little bit more bright than the alcohol markers. And I also used another technique that I learned from Coloring with Olivier, which is to use acrylic marker on bushes and then to tap it down with your finger so that it makes like a fluffy, bushy look. And I colored in the pandas using my fur technique. If you're interested in that fur technique, it's not on this page, it's on a different page, but there's a tips and tricks video on my channel. Okay, so that's Wild Winter by Joseph Katzenbang. April's favorite page is, again, from a mythographic book, and it's from Mythographic Labyrinth, also by Joseph Katzenbang. And this one is my favorite. It's the page that I called the Enchanted Grove. I really wanted to have a page that glowed, because you have this key hole, and I felt that the light should come out from the keyhole, and I'm pretty glad with the glowing effect that I managed to achieve, and with my cute little furry bunnies. This page is completely colored with Castle Arts 120 pencils. There's no basing, it was just pencil work, and I'm really pleased with the effect that I got, even though it took quite a while to complete this page. So I really love this page too. Next up is another mythographic. I'm starting to sense a trend. Anyway, so this is from Mythographic Dragonspell, also by Joseph Katzenbang. And this is a brand new book, even though I'm putting in a significant dent in it already. And my favorite page for May was this Dragon Maid page. I needed to also color a dragon. No, not a dragon, a mermaid for a hashtag. I think it was The Little Mermaid for Color the Fairy Tales 2025 by Joe at Geordie Colors. And I decided to merge both the dragon and the mermaid into one book. And so this is what I came up with. This page is also colored with Castle Arts pencils, but there's some basing with alcohol marker on the water, and in the grass there is a tutorial for how I colored grass on this page up on the channel as well, if you want to check that out. And I also put some Faber-Castell glitter paint on it, so yeah, you can see that it's shiny and glittery, and I loved coloring this page too, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. So that was May's favorite page. And my favorite page for June was in Enchanted Forest by Johanna Basford, and the page that I colored is this duck pond page. This page is colored with Caran d'Ache Pablo pencils because it has quite a good range of muted pencils, and I wanted to go for a muted look. And some of the elements are also based with Inktense, so the rocks and the sand and the treasure chest and the water. I struggled with the water, but in the end it came out great, and it's an example of how you can fix mistakes along the way if you just have patience and are willing to put in a couple more layers on top. So yeah, this is a favorite page, and I love the way my sky in particular came out. Okay, and my honorable mention, yes, is from Fairy Celebrations by Clara Morkova, and it is this swans page. So we have the swan and the signet, and this page is colored also completely with pencil with Prismacolors, and lots of flicking motions for the fur, especially on this little signet. And again, I'm happy with this page. I love the fact that I managed to get 3 different shades of pink flowers. Not entirely sure how I did that or if I could ever replicate it again, but I really love the way this page turned out as well. And so it's my honorable mention. Okay, so those are my favorite pages for 2025 so far. So the next question is question number 5. I can't remember if I've been numbering the questions. Sorry about that. Anyway, question number 5 is, what is your least favorite coloring page for 2025 so far? And I just want to say that while this is my least favorite page, I still really love the way that it turned out. The reason it's my least favorite page is because I really struggled with it. So it is from Mythic World by Kirby Rosannes, and it is the very first page in the book, the Medusa page. So I decided to follow a tutorial by Nekosimi, where she used Neocolor 2s on the background to make a glow effect, and she got hers to blend so beautifully, and I have no idea exactly how she did that, because when I followed her steps, mine did not come out really blended. The blending between the different colors was really stark and strong, and I didn't really know how I was going to get them to blend. So first I tried putting another layer of Neocolor 2s on top, and that didn't do any good. And then I tried some oil pastels over everything to get the things to blend. I think I even tried some Inktense to try and get it to blend. And it was just really a struggle. So in the end, what I did was I put a third layer of Neocolor 2s over everything and then blended with my finger. I really need to remember to use that technique because it is the best way to get good blends. So while I still have some of the sharp edges between the different blended sections, it is much more blended than it was originally, and that's why I really struggled with this page. Then when I put the Neocolor 2s down, I put some masking fluid, so I removed the masking fluid, and then I based with Faber-Castell Art Grip Aquarelle watercolor pencils, and then I put Castle Arts 120 on top, And here too, I based with the watercolor pencils and then shaded with Castle Arts pencils. And overall, I'm really pleased with my Medusa and her snakes. These were fun to color. I didn't know whether I was going to color them all one color or different colors, but then I decided that the background was strong enough that it could have snakes that were just one color. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that. And after that, I put flecks of white acrylic using acrylic markers in black and in white. So while this is my least favorite page of the year so far, I still really love how it came out. So never give up, just keep going. Okay, so that's Mythic World by Kirby Rosannes. Question number 6 is, what colored pencil or marker have you used the most this year? And that would be my Castle Arts 120 set in my lovely new turquoise case. I really enjoy using these pencils. As you can see, they have gotten a good workout. Where you see blank spaces, either they're in my other coloring case because I'm using them on a page right now, or because they are completely used up. Can I fit this onto the camera? Yeah. So some of these pencils are actually completely used up. So for example, these two, number 14 and number 16, I have finished, and I've also well on my way to finishing number 68. Oh, I see these pencils are out of order. Never mind. In this case, I have all my Castle Arts, including the pastel tints and the harmonious pencils. I like to keep them all together because I use them all the time. So the reason that I'm really focusing on using these pencils is because I want to finish them up and get the Castle Arts gold set, and I need to finish these before I get those so that I can justify the purchase. I've also been using my Derwent Inktense quite a bit this year as well, but not as much as the Castle Arts. So those are my most used pencils. So question number 7 is, what is a favorite technique that you tried out for the first time in 2025? And I actually have 3 new techniques that I really enjoyed learning and applying to my pages. The first one is using gouache paint to make frothy waves. And I used it on my Mice Ahoy page. So here in the waves, I first put a base layer of Derwent Inktense. So that's where all the blues and the yellows are from. And I chose colors that match the sky. And then I put a watered down layer of white gouache where the bubbles are, and waited for it to dry completely, and then used a white acrylic marker to draw in the bubbles and to make splashes. So it looks like foamy waves, and this is a technique that I learned from Coloring with Olivier on her Patreon channel. She has such cool tips and tricks that I learn all the time from her. So that's a fabulous channel if you want to check it out. Okay, another technique that I also learned from Coloring with Olivier is to use watercolor markers to deepen up shadows. So I use that technique on this page, and there are different ways that you could do this. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see. So for example, here in the grass, you can use watercolor markers to make flicks of grass over top of the pencils to deepen up the shadows. Another technique is to use the watercolor markers on top of the colored pencils and then smudge it with a Q-tip. The thing is, you have to work really, really fast because watercolor markers dry really quickly, and if you don't work fast with the smudging with the Q-tips, then it actually streaks. So you have to work really fast, even though sometimes the streaks actually come out looking really nice. So yeah, you go with whatever suits your style. So I use that technique here on this flower, and here I actually like the streaks because it makes the flower look a bit more realistic. So I deliberately put the streaks in there. Another example is in that same dragon maid picture that I liked. So here what I did was I used it to deepen up the shadows on the dragon scale. So over here and in between these areas. And again, I put down the marker and smudged it with a Q-tip. And I also used that technique on the rocks to deepen up the shadows in between the grooves, to make like the grooves of the rock stick out. And I also, on top of that, used acrylic marker as well on these rocks. So acrylic marker and then dab with your finger to give it a bit more texture. But that's not a technique that I learned this year. I learned that last year. Okay, so there's that one. And I also used the same technique in Mythographic Imagine by Joseph Kattenbang. On this page, Harmony it's called. So I used the markers technique on the leaves here to deepen up shadows, and on the butterflies. And also, is that it? I think that might be it. Everything else is pencil and alcohol base. Yes, for this page, it's alcohol marker base for the robot, for the ground, even for the leaves and the trees. But then it's Castle Arts pencil and markers on the leaves for deepening up shadows. So I use that technique here as well. Okay. The third technique that I've been using a lot so far this year is do-it-yourself distress inks. This is actually a technique that I learned at the end of last year, but I've been applying it very much this year on several pages. So for example, this page. So I have a video up on my channel where I explain how I use this technique, and it's because all of the distress inks that I owned dried out in my hot climate, and I didn't really feel like purchasing additional ones, knowing that they were just going to dry out again. So I looked up on the internet and found a way to make my own distress inks, and that is what I have used on this page in the background. And also on this page in the background. Okay, this one I used pearlescent paint for this technique, and that's why I got that nice shiny look to it. Okay, so that's also that technique. And I also used it in Romantic Country. Okay, for the boo page. Okay, so I colored everything with pencils, and then I applied the do-it-yourself distress ink technique in the background, and I got the glow. It works exactly the same as other distress inks. If you actually use the distress inks themselves, you just apply it with an applicator. Okay, so that is the third technique that I've been using a lot in 2025. Question number 8 is, are there any coloring books that you would like to finish by the end of the year? And that is never going to happen. I am nowhere near finishing any of the coloring books in my collection. Nevertheless, I have made a lot of progress on Romantic Country. It's the book that I've colored in the most since beginning my coloring journey. I've colored 22 pages so far, and I'm hoping to make it 25 by the end of the year. And so I'll show you some of my progress. You'll actually be able to see the evolution of my coloring over time, because this is a book that I color in almost every year. So this was the very first page that I colored in this book using Prismacolors. And while I'm proud of it, I can see lots of areas where I've improved, like coloring water and coloring grass and blending shadows a bit more successfully and making trees look a little bit more realistic. So this was an early page in this book. Another one that I did quite early on. Well, let's see one that I did more recently. This one is from last year, so we can already see how my blending has improved over time. Also, Prismacolor pencils. I use Prismacolor pencils only in this book. It's the only brand of pencils that I use, but I do also use Inktense, sometimes for basing, but it's all Prismacolors because Inktense and Prismacolors work great in this book. Yeah, this is another early page where my shading was improving and I was starting to apply other kinds of techniques by following tutorials on YouTube. And this was actually the not the whole page, but the rooftops of the houses was a tutorial by Katrine from Always Coloring. She unfortunately passed away a few years ago and we dearly miss her. She was a fabulous artist. So yeah, I think of her every time I look at this page. Another page that I colored in the middle perhaps of my journey is this desserts page, and I can see that my soft pastel background is fading, but it's okay, it's still got a cool look to it. This is the most recent page that I've colored in the book. You can see how far I've come with my coloring. It's always good to look back and see how you've done over the years. Oh, this was a fun page. This is Neocolor 2s in the background, and everything else is Prismacolors. And I colored one little picture frame every day for a few weeks, and it was really fun. And another one that I've done in this book. Oh, this was a fun one too. Here I used, I think this is actually watercolor pencils for the background to get this aged look, and then Prismacolors for the clothing. Okay, and the others. Oh, this was also an earlier page in the book. Yes, but again, I've gotten better at doing grass. Okay, since this one, and this one. Oh, this one I really love. I love how I got the glowing firefly effect in the background. Here already my grass was improving. And here is another one. This one is also an early page. I followed a tutorial by Chris Cheng to do the sky and the other elements. I'm learning lots from everyone. Okay, and this is one I just did myself using techniques that I have learned over my years of watching tutorials. So this I colored last year, much better blending. And here another early attempt. Here I messed up. I tried to do a brick background it wasn't such a good attempt, but I like the page overall. Here I really messed up, so I went over it with acrylic marker. Here's my first attempt at doing those kinds of slate work that I actually am much better at doing. If you remember this page, it's the same kind of technique, but obviously I've improved. So it's so nice to look back and see former pages and see how you've grown as an artist. Here I got my shiny Easter eggs. Yes, and there's the Boo page, and this is also a very recent page. So this one is Inktense in the background, and then Prismacolors on top, and Inktense for quite a few of the little breads. Okay, and yes, then here I have my bunny garden, also Inktense. These are really recent pages, so you can see I've really mastered the use of using Inktense in this book. And then we have this gorgeous page, also an earlier page before I got better at doing grass. And I think I have one more. Yeah, I have Crystallis Castle, also all Prismacolor, no basing. If I had to do this page again, I would definitely base with Inktense, but it's an earlier work, so missed that opportunity. Nevertheless, I will definitely do that on this side of the page. Okay, so this is, as I said, the book that I've colored in the most. It's the closest to being finished, but even that is going to take a few years. Okay, on to the next question. Question number 9 is, what untouched book would you like to color in by the end of the year? And the answer is Seasons by Hannah Carlson. So this is actually a book that I got at the end of last month. A subscriber on the channel was watching my Hannah Carlson book collection video, and in which I said that I'm really sorry that I haven't been able to find a copy of this book anywhere because I think it's out of print or anyway. So she messaged me and she told me that I could get a copy of the Dutch version of this book and on Amazon, and I did, and I am so grateful to her. So thank you so much for telling me where to get a copy of the book. So this is the book that I really want to color in. I will show some of the pages that I want to color in a different video. I'm going to do a whole video of the books that I have purchased in 2025, and I'll show some of the pages that I want to color in this in that video, so stay tuned. Another a couple of books that I want to color in are actually part of Erica at Elm Colors mythographic hashtag. She colors in a mythographic book every month, and so that is why I'm making such fabulous progress in my mythographic books. So there are quite a few mythographic books that I have yet to color in, and I want to color in them for Erica's hashtag. So for example, Wild Summer, Cosmic Spirit, Fairy Wonderland, Magical Earth, Aviary. I've made a list. I write down here on this page the book that Erica has colored in every month. If I color in the same book, then I leave it, and if I've switched it out for a different book because I don't have the book that she has, or because I have a buddy color in a different book, then I switch it out. But I have my list and quite a few untouched books here to color in. So looking forward to continuing to do that. Question number 10 is, what are your most anticipated books that are going to be released in the next half of 2025? And they are books by Rita Berman and Maria Trolle. So I really am eager to get a copy of Rita Berman's new book. I think it's called Little Land of Adventures, and it looks so adorable. Really eager for that one. And the other one I'm looking forward to is Seasons by Maria Trolle. I really love coloring different seasons, so I'm looking forward to that one as well. Question number 11 is, what book is at the top of your wish list currently? And that is a book that I saw on Candace at Happy Catastrophes channel. She was showing the book, it's called Color and Solve High Rise, I think. And this is a book where you color the picture and solve a mystery. So I am a huge lover of reading mystery novels, and this would combine my two favorite hobbies, reading and coloring, into one. And so yeah, I'd love to buy that book and color the pages and solve the mysteries. Such fun. So that's at the top of my wish list. Question number 12 is related. It is, what coloring supply is currently at the top of your wish list? And that would be Arctic's acrylic paint markers with the brush tip. I have Thule art paint pens, but they have that fine plastic nib, and I really want to try out the brush tips. So that is currently at the top of my wish list. Question number 14 is back to the coloring goals, and is it, have you completed, or are you on track for the coloring goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year? And for me, the answer is yes and no. I am on track to complete 6 pages in Romantic Country. I've completed 3, so I have another 3 to go, and I have the 6 months left in the year to do that. 6 Hannah Carlson pages, yes, I am also on track for that one. Jade Summer, I am giving up on that goal because there is no way I can finish 6 pages in the Jade Summer books. 6 pages in Johanna Basford. I've actually colored two, I think. Yes, the duck pond, and I also have the leaves wall page, which is a double page spread, so I think I'm actually on track for that one as well. Coloring Heaven, I've colored 2 pages so far, so that one's a maybe. I might be able, oh, actually I think I've colored 3. Yes, 3. So I might actually be able to finish that one. 12 mythographic pages, definitely. I will be able to do that. I hope to continue being able to color every day and to maintain this planner. Complete whips, maybe, maybe not. The angel page in the Hannah Carlson book was a whip. I have other whips that I have on the go. We'll see. Coloring 6 new books. As I've said, I've already done that. Work in focus books. Yes, I'm working on my focus books, which are Romantic Country, Daydreams. I also have Twilight Garden as a focus book, and hopefully I'll be able to work more in that one in the second half of the year. I also want to begin anime drawing. I have all the books and all the supplies. I just need to get started. And I hope to be able to do that. Color 12 owl pages, yeah, that one is never going to happen. I managed to color 1. This was based on a self-challenge that I made for myself last year, which was to color a cat page every month, and I managed to do that. So I had fine plans for owls, only yeah, that never worked out. I am on my way towards coloring 4 Kirby pages. In fact, I'm coloring one right now in Dark Fairy Tales. So that one I will be able to do. Use Sarah Renee Clark's palette book and Naomi Kuno's palette book more. I'm definitely using those books more. Swatch Thule art pens, not yet. I hope to still be able to get to that and to date all my finished coloring pages. That is a project that I'm going to be getting started on in the second half of 2025. Yeah, so those are my progress on my coloring goals. And the last question, question number 14. I'm not sure if I said last question was question number 14. If I did, it's actually question number 13. So question number 14 is, what are your goals for the remainder of 2025? So I want to continue coloring in the mythographic books, to continue with Erica's fabulous hashtag. I want to continue practicing my calligraphy. So I also do calligraphy, and I have this book, Calligraphy for Dummies, and I'm working my way through it, and I have some practice pages, yeah, lots of practicing letters. This is italics. This is what I'm learning right now. I already know how to do copperplate because I learned Spencerian cursive in school, and so I know how to write in cursive. So copperplate I'm already pretty good at, but I want to start learning other types of scripts, and I'm learning italics now, and it's really fun. I enjoy that a lot, so I want to continue with that. I also really want to continue working on my forever whips. So that's also a goal for 2025, and yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good with the goals that I have. So I'm going to continue with those. Right, so thank you so much for joining me for my 2025 mid-year check-in. Please do look for the other check-ins from the other colorists on YouTube. It is so cool and fun to see how everyone is progressing with their year. And if you want to participate in this video and do your own mid-year check-in, that would be wonderful. I will put the questions in the description box, and also the links to Kira's video, so you can check out what she did. And so thank you so much for watching and for joining me, and I will see you soon for more coloring videos. Bye.